Who has ever fallen in love with their partner halfway through the film?
I think it's a boxing ring, like for a match that is to come.
I mean, that makes for a good show.
My dream was to play a sugar daddy.
I love acting. I swear that.
One of my favorite proverbs, translated to English, says there are many roads that lead to the village square.
Right.
And I say that because, first, I am in awe of this company that I'm in right now. And it's something that we're still trying to understand in Nigeria because the cinema culture is still being built. We started off with theater, and that's why our acting is very, very much shaped by the theatric style of acting. And I'm curious to know, like, how long you've been doing this, like acting, and how you got started, because everybody has a different story.
Found myself in the industry that I wanted to be in.
Right.
Was that after you won Good Ultimate Search?
Yeah, after that, yeah.
Oh, you?
That's true. You won. Yeah, it's true. You won Gold Ultimate Search.
dude.
That's
It's
so
been
cool.
long you've been doing things.
Yeah, I've been doing a few things. Yeah, so it was after that, but then I was thinking it was even a platform.
Right.
But genuinely, I knew that this is a reality show. This is just adventure.
Right.
The acting world is different. So after that, I went to film school. I had to brush it off.
Right.
Yeah, New York Film Academy, came back. And since there's been referrals. So each chance I get is kill it. Then this one says, Kunle, that's Kunle's great. Kunle's great. So every time I just had to kill it, up until tomorrow. I will still keep trying to kill it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a reference.
And for me, it started from church. I acted in church and I belonged to a drama group back then. And I figured it was something I loved doing.
Right.
But I knew I did not want to study it. That was clear, So I studied science and I came out and I went for the next movie star reality show. And I was the second runner-up. And, that was where it started from for me.
I officially started acting professionally, I think November or December 2016. But before then, I'd done drama groups and I acted in school and in church and all of that. So honestly, I didn't think I would start acting until my 40s because my dream was to play a sugar daddy. So that was what I thought. That's what I thought my first role would be. Because I'd seen an R&B movie and he was a sugar daddy. So I said, this is what I want to do. But it came earlier and yeah, here we are.
You started as Sugar Boy.
I did.
You play Sugar Boy character.
I did. I do like sugar.
So I guess mine was just basically,
You're a veteran.
no, I'll calm down now. Veteran care.
No, I'm a veteran.
Always from the womb, actually. So I've always been fascinated with speaking out, being in front of the camera, and I just wanted to exploit that part of me. Funny enough, I did science, so it's not like I had any background in theater. So, and what did I do? Just packed up my bag, came to Lagos, and decided to see what Lagos has in store for me when it comes to being characters.
Right. Right.
But everybody else here grew up in Lagos. Who didn't grow up in Lagos?
I didn't
I mean,
grow up in
I
Lagos.
didn't grow up in Lagos. I was born in Lagos.
Oh, wow.
We didn't grow up in Lagos. So we all came from outside Lagos.
Really?
I grew up in Ibadan, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just okay.
Just wait.
It's not fun now. Chimezie, where did you
How
go?
did you start? How did you start?
Abuja.
Okay. What's your story?
Enugu boy.
Enugu.
With
big
that his
time.
beds.
Quick question, yeah. I want to know, how do you break your ice with your co-actor?
I can have chemistry with a doorknob, so I'm good.
Oh
So
my
speak for yourself.
goodness. No, I'm saying because you had to play with Richard Dominic. How are you guys friends? That's first things first. prior to the film?
Prior to the film, no. We met for the yeah. But I feel like she knows that she has an effect on people. I feel she knows. Maybe she doesn't. Or maybe she would be modest. I don't know. But she has a way of putting you at ease because she knows the enormity of, I mean, she's Rita Dominic. And there is that, hey, let me know it's come and disgrace my whole family. So you're always checking yourself. So I did a lot of that during rehearsal. So by the time we were ready to film, it didn't feel
any different.
Yeah, it didn't feel any different. It just felt like I'm with a scene partner.
No, the chemistry was awesome. I must say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Plus, me myself, I know that I can't disgrace myself. So I throw all that nonsense aside.
So did you? Sorry to butt in. Did you get barbs from people about what are you doing with Rita or take your time?
Of course, now those things will happen. But yeah, whatever. I'm here. They're not.
Oh shit, Muna.
Okay, nice one. Well, with Munachi, I took a more conscientious effort, right? First of all, I made it my wallpaper. Then,
Okay, now
I picked very nice photos of her to look at, because I didn't want to pretend with her.
process.
I wanted to be in awe of who she is, her journey, how she looks. Because she's very flattering, right? Exactly. Most beautiful girl in Nigeria, one year. So Muna is hot stuff. And she's a sweetheart. So I didn't want people to catch me being fake. Because it'd be easy. If a person who knows that her smile melts men and smiles, and you're catching it in a fake way,
I see poem,
or you're blushing somehow, people go catch you. Right. So I just wanted to be that simple boy that she chose. Yeah, that's it for me.
Sweet.
Bimbo Akintola, when she was supposed to play my mother. Yes, and I'd not worked with her before.
Is that what we're talking
I'd
about?
not worked with her
It's
before.
not only romantic.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
And I'd not worked with her before, and we met on set for the very first time, and I was nervous as fuck. Like, I was really, really nervous. This was about maybe 3-4 years ago. By the way, the movie never saw the light of day. But moving forward, I met her on set, and I could not even approach her. I couldn't at that time. And she asked who was playing her son, and they pointed to me, and she held my hand and asked us to go for a walk. And we went to a supermarket. She shopped for me. I didn't know what was happening. We were just having conversations. And she told me she had to do this to, have some
chemistry
connection with me. And I really, really appreciated that. Bimbo Akintola was one of the favorite way an ice was broken that I saw, and it made sense. So I'm just saying this because sometimes that ice might not break. And
just
you
like
have
this
to,
one you're trying to,
you have to go on with the work. So what happens for me is I now have to act.
You're acting in acting.
Yes, like,
That's the worst.
That's the worst. It's very uncomfortable, but,
How do you deal with acting with somebody that you don't like and you're supposed to like them in the film?
Well, I'm very withdrawn from my person.
Right.
Because the more films you do, the little you give yourself away. Right? So I've had to do series with a person I think I'm not so comfortable with. But thankfully, it's not like it's a method or anything, but thankfully, every single time I hear action, I'm in love with the person. I don't know how. But when you say cut, I realize that, right? But remember that films are forever. If that suffers,
Right.
you can erase it.
Once you come with the trying spirit, hopefully you connect with the person that tries with you. What's your best chemistry on screen? What movie?
Breath of Life with Genevieve Ome. And that's for obvious reasons, because we go way back. We had done projects and never saw the light of day, the both of us, like 3 times. And this was the 4th one. And we were like, you know what? We're going to make this work, and this is going to see the light of day. So You know, even when we got script, we would Zoom call ourselves. If we figure something out, she would call me. And she was my friend, you know. So it was very easy. Even the romantic scenes we had, it just felt like, you know, we are not romantically involved.
Explain too much.
I mean, you asked the question.
In Origin, was that the first time you guys meeting?
Yes, that was the first time.
That was the
Yes.
Origin.
First time.
I just want to ask you guys a question in the spirit of being honest and transparent. So tell me the truth, all of you. Who has ever fallen in love with their partner halfway through the film?
What's your story?
I like that. No, because it's coming from a place of serious.
Quite
Honestly.
emphatic about it.
He's going somewhere.
Nobody's being shy about
Why
it.
don't you tell us?
Tell us your
Do you
story.
have an experience?
He has.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I have been on set in a place where I completely fell for my scene partner.
Nice.
Because they don't just do justice to the script. They are also very believable in the way they communicate their feelings to me on set. So because I'm not going to hold any prisoners when I want to be natural, when I want to be like, how far now? Exactly how I would have said it. Not just in the way they're communicating it with me. You know those projects where you get to be in hotels?
They're very animated about this.
Yeah, those projects where you get to be in hotels months, not those ones, you know, you see this person, how are you doing? How's that doing? Now, because of my process of preparation, right, I have to release myself. I have to see you for the object of love, happiness that the person is, right? What I will not do, which is professionally not right, but also we're human beings, we're allowed to marry who we want, right? Is to leave set and be thinking of a partner or a scene partner, right? But if I'm gonna care genuinely for you as a person in a film, I may as well ask you how you're doing afterwards. So that when I have to call you, like you Skyping, video calling and stuff, and then going ahead to tell us there's nothing there. Okay, Chimezie. So basically,
I love how he's the only one that
you guys
found
are
it
killing
funny.
me, man. So let's be honest. 5 seconds. You've never fallen in love with a scene partner before. I have.
Right. I mean, that makes for a good show. I mean, like it works for whatever. No, what I mean is it's perfect. That's what every director wants to see. If you have a love interest in a film and you can fall in love in real life while I'm filming, by all means, do it. You know, that makes for a good.
Isn't that how, I mean, I don't know, I'm just asking. Isn't that how Ibrahim and Linda...
Yes. Yeah,
Eventually.
yeah, that's how they...
Still think so.
Yeah, a lot of sincere couples. You know what I'm saying?
Even Bank and Susu is a fairy tale.
Was it from Wedding
story.
Party?
I mean, after wedding party, there was a wedding. After it's the fairy tale. It's happened.
You know, you can genuinely compliment a partner and mean it.
It doesn't have anything
But
to do
that's-
with
It doesn't
you.
have anything to do with
It's
falling
not
in
you.
love and-
It's not
But that's
you.
the
It's-
truth. It's the
like you
truth.
said,
It's the
yeah,
truth.
it's the truth, but it's not you now. It's how the other person
Brutus, have
interprets
you
it.
ever played love in a film?
When you say play love, what do you mean? Like,
Being in love.
It's very simple English.
No,
It doesn't have to be
it's
the one
ambiguous.
that's taught in schools.
I don't understand. If it was simple, they wouldn't be asking you this.
Why is it such a problem for you to answer?
Yes, you know, I don't even know your history. I just know
Like,
you like
talk
to
to
kill
me.
people and
Be mean.
you're a beast.
It's not my history.
I know that you're a villain.
It's not my history.
But villains fall in love now. Nobody has
Is
told
it-
that story.
no, yeah. Now you're hitting the nail on the head. No one has ever told that story. That's the truth. And this is what I always, whenever I'm talking to a few writers, friend of mine, directors. So why is it that you guys always try to depict this story about a villain not having a love life?
Maybe that's a gift for yourself to make. Yeah.
Cool.
No, absolutely now. It's a gift.
Yeah.
Brutus,
Yeah.
have you...
Ever. You just told us about the future.
No, it's not about the future. It's just simply just saying
Maybe a
that
short
it is.
film,
No?
maybe an online film.
Okay, so far you have not played like a romantic...
Okay, so I think
interest.
I did this short. Was it a short? No, I did this movie called Haunting, The Haunting House.
You're still haunting somebody.
Story about it wasn't me.
bounty
No,
killer.
it wasn't me haunting now, but yeah, it was just a story of this couple who never had a child, and tried everything to eventually woke up one morning. The wife woke up one morning and there was a baby in front of the house. And then, of course, shit happened, dynamics happened, baby came, and the love and the happiness they shared, you know, there was so much conflict, you know, eventually character died. You
play love in the film.
It was love, yeah. It's the same thing. That it was love. It was just the process of what every
But
relationship
it wasn't a romantic film.
It was.
Kunle,
Yeah.
I remember seeing a thumbnail, you know, one of those picture things for Anikulapo before it came out.
Yeah.
And there was a look in your face. You remember?
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah.
And I was like, what was going through your head, like leading up to that moment where you shot that film that made you make that face? you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. So funny thing is we shot this film. Anikulapo was shot from the end. You know the way we do Nollywood. Just give you check your schedule and you see the climax of the movie. I'm shooting is right there, first day on set. It happened that day. When we arrived there 5 days before, you know, rehearsals, you know, just connect. And then the first scene was that scene. Sunrise. Enter the palace, and then I'm with Hakim Kekazim, Baba Wande, Elebubon, Fetia Balogun, and myself, and Kunle, and then Jonathan in the room. I cried 5 times in that scene for every action. I didn't travel to cry. I didn't have to think of anything. I didn't even think I needed to cry. That was the last one I regretted. 5 takes. Simultaneously, I cried. You know I was crying? I was nervous. I was pained. That was the first time meeting this guy. In this room, in everything. I literally was breathing the air
himself
of that room. Every time, because then everybody gave it. Hakim didn't say anything throughout the movie, he was just looking at you. So everything gave this guy was defending me, I don't want to mess you up. So each time I realized that, man, I messed up. Asaro messed up. Fetia Balogun said, you're just crying. And second, I'm like, hey, boy, my man, I'm like, what's that? It was like taking the whole tension, everything. I absorbed that energy for that. Then he helped me build up to. So I had to show the pain and the arrogance of this guy so much more because I've played his downfall, his realization. So it was more work moving back.
Right.
But then it was worth the challenge because everything in that room, everything. So the moment of the capture was, you know, when you listen to every line, when he's saying, the king said, I'll give you anything you want. That was the moment of, you say what?
You see the
I will give you anything you want. You say what? Then you now see, I have a daughter. So it's
and you behind the daughter for a while.
Yeah, the frame was grabbed nice at that moment. So you say what?
They did justice to that character.
I feel like if I hear, oh, you did justice, yes, it's what we dream of.
Yeah.
Right? And because doing all the TV films, doing everything, the short films, the ones that are still in hard drive, under the bed somewhere, doing all of these things, doing back to back, you enter presenting, you enter everything, doing everything that makes you be on TV, commercials and everything. I think it's a boxing ring, like for a match that is to come, like for that. Mayweather and whoever is coming to fight. So and we never know when that match is going to come, but stay prepared.
It was so authentic. It was
true.
I felt like the scene where you came from Bogon, where you woke up in front of
Our shop,
the ladies' shop.
Yeah.
Like I felt like your mouth was actually smelling.
Even when she said your mouth was smelling, the character I almost didn't. So let me check, because when she said it's like I was deep, it was pressed in. It had to be. That's how much you get.
Like your mouth was smelling. So that was really cool.
You know, so I was going to ask Jide for Living in Bondage. Living in Bondage is one of the greatest film in Nigeria. One of the greatest film in Nigerian history, as far as I am concerned. And I know for a fact, as a friend, that it did quite a lot for you as an actor. You know, at what point did you realize that, damn, this film is doing stuff for me? Like, when did it, dawn on you?
I'll be honest, till tomorrow, every single day I think of this film and what is done with propelling my career.
Right.
I cry. Like, it's impossible. I literally went from the 22K paycheck to that set. No cap, right? So to be very honest with you, I just knew that with all the names on the project, with the people on the project, my first cinematic set, right? I just knew that I just wanted to sit at the table. I literally just wanted people to be like, oh, you don't know him? Okay, he's the one I did. That's all. So when it came out, word of mouth, Twitter, after the premiere, I don't think I've ever seen 100 comments on my notification pop up, you know, and people you were fans of were just literally following you, and you're like, follow back. No, don't follow back. I was having a good time. Honestly, there was really no time until when it blew up.
Right.
You know, when you have seen yourself sitting down for interview after interview after interview, and you're like, okay, because we've all done that film that never came out, like we said, right? We've also done that one that we thought was going to be sick, but then when you're watching it, you're like, is this what we are shooting? So yeah, no time, bro.
Nonzo, I'm going to ask you, I'm just going to play back to La Forme. Your process. I know you're into music, yeah, but is instruments part of your thingy?
No, it's not.
So in La Forme and having to...
Finger the sax.
Yeah, I like the word finger. Okay, sure.
Because I wasn't playing. And there wasn't enough time for me to learn to actually play the sax. Because it's quite complicated.
I'm sorry, but you had that period of rehearsals.
Yeah.
What was that for?
So, because there wasn't enough time for me to learn all the songs that I was going to play,
Okay.
what I could focus on was fingering the notes.
Right.
Because it takes a specific kind of technique to the blowing, and because if you just blow anyhow, the sound won't come out. And honestly, there was too much going on with me. I couldn't focus on that. So what I focused on was learning how to finger the notes, because you can just, and you can tell on camera.
Sure.
So yeah, but I feel like having a background in music made it easier for me, because I used to play the flute before.
Okay. Kunle, to you. I mean, you've done a whole lot of stops. Do you still feel like there's that stuff out there, that character out there that you have not been tried yet, and you're looking forward to?
I'm very adventurous. I don't have any limits, you know, to what I can, to what I can't do. It's just I need to see what it is, see what you require me to do. You know, I'm not Jackie Chan, right? There's certain things I will not go and jump for a helicopter. There's no, is there a training? Even if you say they're going to harness you, yeah, hold up. There's a process to get into that point. There's a stunt double, right? So I don't think there's anything that I'll limit myself with at the moment. Yeah, everything. I want to play a biopic. I don't know who it is yet. You know, but the age, so you can, well, this can be nice to play, because then you will learn. Imagine how much you would take from playing such a legend. What you take from just being him, right? And God bless you can play alongside him. Those are kind of adventures I look forward to do.
So do we have projections we basically give ourselves for number of films we look forward to doing, and how much you rake in and just, shut down for the year?
We're in an industry where you gotta work, right? So the more you work, you get to a point where you begin to make a different choice. Projection comes in. But for now, for me, I know I can't do everything, and I don't intend to do everything. Yeah. I do what I can. I fall in love with it. I like it. I pick it up. I do it. YouTube, I do it. As long as it adds a feather, it takes from me, right? As a performer, I'll do it. How did you feel filming Cambly?
I knew that on the back of Living in Bondage, my next project needed to be big. Right. You know, there was that fear of one hit wonder. There was that fear of falling off the train after that one time, But Cambly was that follow-up gig for me. And it was very beautiful, because it took us 10 days to film, as opposed to how many months I was on set for Living in Bondage. And it was supposed to be cheesy, just me and Nancy, laid back. Sharon, the, premium girls of our gen, whatever it is that we are, So it was very nice, to do that soft comedy on the back of, psychological drama or whatever the Living in Bondage was. So it was fun.
How does it feel working with Inkem and Chalk?
That's a good question.
Even before we got on set, I remember the both of us talking, chatting on phone, trying to even go on, dates, just so that we could
Process.
to move the performance further.
Yes.
The film.
Yes. The first day on set, she wasn't filming that day, but she came on set. We got to talk, and I really respected her for that, trying to make sure there was some form of chemistry. And I think we got that, and even before filming, we would speak, we would talk, just
Became friends.
became
Were you friends before?
No, we weren't. That was my very first time, working with her or even seeing her physically. Yeah.
And how was the filming for you?
Joke has to be my most challenging role yet.
Why?
Yes, because I got to do things I had not done. I think I shared this before. I had to lose weight for the film because
You
the
lost
character.
weight?
Yes, the character was
Where?
sickle cell patient. So I lost about 5 kg in 2 weeks because I stopped eating. I was eating once a day, for a space of 2 weeks because I felt okay if I was going to play sickle cell patient, I have to at least try to look like one. But I didn't have all the time to prep. And I also my character was a cat owner, so I had to live with the cat for a couple of days. There's a cat they brought to my house, and I know how cats are. Cats are not like
cats?
dogs. They are not the most friendly. They shy away, but we didn't want that to happen. So I had to live with that. I had to learn to ride a scooter as well because my character owned one, and I didn't want them to use a double. I wanted to do it myself because we had so much scenes where my character was riding a scooter, so it was not just a one-off. They would know maybe when they now see you and his eyes. This is not Chimezie's eyes, so I didn't want that to happen. So
I love projects that make you learn a lot of things. I look forward to it.
Yeah, and it was quite dark and emotionally draining to be that. That's why I said it's my most challenging role yet.
I knew you off the industry, or how I bumped into you in the industry, or how I got to know of you in the industry. It's actually from very challenging roles. Has that been your goal? Because Nimbe was quite challenging. I could see the dedication in it. So is it a thing for you?
Nimbe was challenging. Probably I would give Nimbe the credit of one of the biggest roles I have had to play, and that is because of the achievement he had brought to me. He earned me my first AMA, and some other nominations. It's still the biggest movie in my opinion for me. But playing challenging roles, and like you have said, even we're having a conversation at Demi's house the other day, and they were making fun. They were like, it's like whenever they think of a character that will suffer, as young Chimezie Imo comes to mind.
Yes, we were in a film together. We were in a film together. We just didn't have a scene.
Which one?
It was like a gospel film. Instead was in the film.
Oh, The Weight. And
The Weight.
Exactly.
The Weight.
And I was suffering, So it's like, whenever they think of...
Okay, you're like the Nkiri Sylvanus of...
Do you guys have like smaller budget films that has gone on to explode? Your Little Miss Sunshine type story?
Oh, yeah, of course. I think Kasala did that as well. As little as Kasala was, it went over 29 film festivals around the world, where even our poster was even in a museum in Paris. He did quite well, as small as it was. But even when he got here, it was a problem taking it into Nigerian cinema, But as little as it was, it did quite well.
I think for me, rehearsal would be it for me.
Oh,
right. I mean, I'm still, every time the director Mike just put up updates on it, I'm like, wow,
More film festivals.
I didn't see this
awards.
coming. But
Speaking about crossing over, reality show. I'm a product.
I'm a problem.
You're a product. You're a product.
Yeah, pretty
You're a
much.
product. Yeah. Which one was that?
The next movie star.
Next one, Vista. All right.
12 years ago.
absolute to box office.
Well, what are you
A lot of people don't really. I don't think a lot of people know about that.
A lot of people know.
People
I mean,
know.
I applied for it.
People are asking Amsel to bring that show back.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I went for it. I
It
didn't
made
make
us
it.
know, okay, Uzoishi and Uzoishi Okeje.
Yes,
Yeah,
one of
Barry
the winners.
McQueen's.
Barry
McQueen's
McQueen's. Yes. I'm still Big Brother reality show. When people finish shows like that, they want to go into acting because that's what it was for Both of you?
I've been, an entertainer from my childhood.
Have you?
Yes, absolutely. I draw. I've worn for the Christmas costume. I have danced for kids. I've taught them the dance for the end of year session. I've taught. I mean, you see all that kind of growing up. It's just because that's my mom owned a school, and it was easier to just arrange to teach them drama and all of that conversation. So. It was the ultimate stage was just it's an adventure show. I watched the first one, I was like, I want to go for this show. And I will win this show. You see this show, I want to go and I must win. That was just because I liked you're going to be camped somewhere. I'm a nomad. I'm an adventurer. That drove me to just going for the reality show. Oh, I won. Oh yeah. Nollywood, how far? This is the chance. Since I have this, since I'm already a star,
right?
In my mind, and you go pay dues, so. And all that conversation started, and I had to, I realized that it wasn't enough from where I was coming from. Even the reality show wasn't enough. You have to be. Right. It depends on how far you want to go as an actor.
Right.
As a filmmaker, it depends on how far you want to go. It can't just be a sudden, I want a reality show, I'm jumping into it.
Yeah.
Right. This is not child's play. What we do is not child's play. I keep saying most of us need therapy. We just we probably don't understand the idea of it. We need, because it takes a lot. So it's not I went to Big Brother and I just want to act. No, you can of course you can feature. There are actors and there are movie stars. Different categories. Yeah. Absolutely. So it depends on what you are.
Like I said earlier, I didn't think I was going to start acting until much later. So I didn't doing film or anything professional when it comes to acting. It wasn't in my mind's eye at the time at all. It was music all the way for me, But then after The Voice, I got signed to a record label. That didn't pan out very well. But Battleground came calling, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say no to an opportunity. I used to be a civil servant at the time,
right?
And I felt like every year I was getting less and less productive because it just wasn't. Civil service is where ideas go to die.
Right.
And you can only do that for so long if that is the life you want to live. I mean, by all means, go do that, but it just wasn't for me. And The Voice gave me like an opportunity to get into the industry, on such a huge platform. So yeah, I'm very thankful for that.
I just want to know if we had like a celebrity Big Brother house, would you guys go?
I think I'll
I think I would.
Yeah, as an adventure, I will.
Yeah.
As long as it's not struggling for it, it's just different. So I can get to know you from whatever different countries, Nigeria, outside. That's an adventure.
I'm actually very curious about the show now because it's very interesting, like bringing people of different personality types and backgrounds and watching them. And it's always curious for me to see how people's fans, how people grow their fan base, because the fans are always a reflection of that person.
Yes.
Because I did not care for Cece in her season, and I did not like her fans. Like everything they said irritated me, was just cringe to me.
But she's cool, people.
She's cool now. Like, I mean,
but she's cool now. She's cool, people. I think at that point, the way the world affects us, where you are in a show, you're on TV, you have no access to the world outside. Right. We are either judging you or rooting for you from there.
Yeah, it's very polarizing.
If you were outside, it's easier to say people to condemn and say, I was that, and then you adjust. But there is so, in as much as you're putting up a show, you are becoming somebody. Yeah. But then again, you get carried away with being you. Yeah. Whatever the conversation is. And it's that being you that might just trigger us to say, meanwhile in real life, you're just chill. But then again, the same way you see a very toxic person and you see a lot of, that's why you know that there are toxic people in the world. Because they are rooted for this person. Right. And you can't blame them.
Yeah.
What project earned you the most in Nollywood?
For me, it was an Iroko series that still has not seen the light of day.
Right.
Which was such a mind bender for me because they said that, they don't pay well in Iroko. And I was paid quite well for it. So, but until it comes out, I still think that we are nowhere near
getting good pay.
Yeah, it's still a long conversation because it's more than just Nollywood or the film industry. Right. It's a general Nigerian problem where our labor is undervalued and we're overworked and underpaid.
Right.
And then you have the internationals, the foreigners, who come in, these big conglomerates, and they'll only address us, they'll meet us where we are.
So the producers have provided us with this box, and in it has a couple of rumors.
Wow.
About ourselves here. So we get to pick, read, and guess whose rumor it is, or
Who's controversial? Who do you talk about? Who do you say things about?
Exactly.
So it's rumor has it. Then.
Rumor has it.
I knew you go first.
Why you oh, shut up.
For those of you that read the blogs constantly.
Oh, that's big.
Okie doke.
There we go. It's huge.
Rumor has it that an actor has dated a popular actor in the industry. Guess.
Oh yeah, of course. That's Kunle Remi.
Yes, we
We don't need to. It's not something we'll talk about.
That's Kunle Remi.
I mean, I don't even know because I never really cared to know.
His
who people
reputation
are dating, but I just feel like
precedes it,
that would be.
Oh, I know. We know the gist. Who?
No.
We can't say
His reputation precedes it.
But we know the gist. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. For me and just gossip.
What are you guys on about?
We didn't even bother asking you.
It was a rumor, yeah.
I mean, we don't know if that was a rumor, just a rumor, but an actor has been blacklisted by the industry.
Yeah, Jidekene, I've heard that one.
Wow.
I've heard that one about you. I heard it about you.
Okay, so what are we doing? You're the only one who's heard this.
You just hear now. Because
Who tells you these things? Timbo,
Somebody tells me
last
it's rumor.
More Jidekene.
Yeah, rumor flies.
Wow.
Yours is that you
heard
are.
You heard it too?
I'm not saying I heard anything.
There's no small
More
down, right?
Jidekene.
It's alright.
I heard that in passing.
Let's move on.
Yeah, so bad. Over there, be good. There we go.
So just know what you know. You can think of.
I did good.
A certain actor will not take less than 1 million for a role.
Gigi.
Who is the Tumbo last Calabar?
I think that's more. I mean, that's more.
It sounds up your alley, and up your alley.
No, that can be. That's.
I think that's why they banned him.
I honestly think this is Chimezie Imo. He has Chimezie written all over it.
It does.
Because he said something about it when we were just outside. Remember, guys? Remember? He said,
I like how he's pushing it. I know what you're doing.
Straw fall.
But they didn't ban him. They didn't ban him now.
And I wasn't blacklisted.
so who was banned?
You know you're blacklisted.
I feel like it's between the both of them, like my strongest options are between
No,
Let's move
Are you guys
on.
missing Kunle Remi here? Are you guys joking?
Let's move
I don't
on.
know. I don't think.
The Kunle was banned before. He has been released.
Someone is very promiscuous with his colleagues.
Who is this cap fitting?
I've never heard this rumor before,
I
sir.
haven't.
I mean, if I must point at someone, and this is not trying to make anyone feel
Why are you looking
a
at
certain
someone?
way. I would give that to Kunle.
Bye.
I mean, if I must point at someone, I'm not saying we're any of us here.
He was actually looking at you. That's why I said.
Wow.
That's why I actually asked that
I mean, I'm not.
It looks like the most obvious
Right.
choice.
Yeah. But that's why they cast. That's why they cast
for
that kind of
Saro.
role.
For Saro.
That's why they cast that kind of role.
But I don't think it's Kunle though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's been around for a long time. If he was, we would have known his matter since.
You understand?
Yeah.
An actor is always late to work.
Brutus.
Oh no, that's Kunle Remi.
No, Brutus.
No, that's Kunle Remi.
Hold on. Are you trying to be controversial right
That
now?
is Kunle
I
Remi.
don't understand.
No.
Because I have heard that gist.
An actor is perceived as gay because of the roles he plays.
I will come to you.
What role have I played?
I don't know.
I said that will come to you.
Because you.
Well, the gays do love me, though.
So
But for doing a good job,
I've had my fair share too.
You have?
hit on, yeah. You have. So this is very open or particular to anybody because I
No, not to anybody. You said
No, you can kill anybody now.
You're talking about a specific thingy right
On
now.
this table, who would you say this rumor is?
Well,
Why is this rumor so
Because I know they
controversial?
love you.
I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, once they say gay now, everybody is like... Would you play a gay character?
I would definitely. I'm an actor.
How are you gonna look at?
Would you
I don't know.
play a gay character?
I don't know, but I'll just do
Would
it.
you play a gay character? I have.
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have.
There was this one time I watched GKD and Inyina Kiss.
All right.
I was
Yeah,
like,
no, I know that show.
Hello.
I went for that audition.
Hello, High Waters.
Yeah, I went for that audition. I did
make
it.
short film.
I must.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube. I'll probably check it out. I actually wished I was in Black Rose. That's one of my favorite Nigerian films. You know, as little as it was. You know, I wish I was, you know, maybe the tray or the pot or the spoon or something, just to be part of that project. You know.
Mine is a Nollywood classic, Abuja Connections. So Abuja Connection for me, definitely, hands down.
when I saw Man of God, I was like, ooh, this is my type of flick.
Coming from where you're coming from.
When I saw Man of God, I was like,
That would be typecasting, don't you think?
no, I don't think so.
It wouldn't be.
Honestly, I don't think so.
Like if you would have loved to play the man of God, right?
Yeah, more from the
That's
students
what I'm
to the Daddy Gio. Yeah,
This kind of
Did he live that
stories.
life?
This kind of stories. Who?
Not really.
Did he live that life?
Yeah. Coming from where he's coming from.
sorry.
those kind of stories that take you on a trip. That takes you on literally. So you know when they say, "What's an ideal leading man?" You carry a film. When I see you in the film, right? From the beginning to the end, everything is you are in the film. If I take out the film, take out you. That film is just you can't even really replace. Who could have done this better because you killed it so much. It happens because of the build-up that you follow. So you see that Man of God was strong, which I felt the same when I watched. I was like, it's been very nice to nom, because there's a build-up.
But you have a Man of God film.
But you've done the stripper now, I mean, born again stripper.
Yeah, Born Again Stripper. But my younger version was played by Olumide, so it's two different people. Right, so it's Olumide and I'm grown. So you see two versions of a person.
Right.
I'm saying that from scratch, from
So
school
interpreting that-
to love to all of it. It's interesting. And that's the
Really
joy.
stripper.
That's the
Because I want to play one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's Adventurous.
really want to play
Oh, by the way, when we're filming, that's when I saw real life male strippers in Nigeria. I've never seen them. I've only I heard on Instagram or see.
One of the exist.
When I saw them with their guards, I'm like, we did all that dance I did that I posted.
Yeah.
And it was from they were dancing in tongues. I just enjoying it. But you see this, you're like, yo, man.
I love acting, and I swear that
It's,
the fact that it's a getaway for you to just be whatever at any point in time.
Anyways, this was fun, guys. This was absolute fun.
Yeah.
If there's anything I wish for us is that we can earn our value eventually. You know, with this hustle, with this grind, with this industry. I hope and I pray that it's look to the left, you're winning. Look to the right, you're winning. Look forward, you're winning. Look beside, you're winning. I'm not looking back. Right?
Yeah.
But we're all on that in the eye lines and we're winning. That's the goal for me. We can have this conversation over and over. We've not even entered certain things. We don't have all the time to delve into so many things, but winning for me is just what I wish for everyone. Yeah, basically. And if there's anything common here is the fact that behind the cameras and on this table, I feel like everyone understands their value.
Right.
Yeah. Like we said outside before, behind the cameras when we're just talking. I think someone said is getting to say something about, you know what it feels like to work with someone that really, really wants to work with you.
That energy.
Not we can call I want to work, because you can imagine the energy, the passion, the vibe, the everything that goes into that production, because then you are valued.
Yes.
It's hard, even if you say I'm available, they'll tell you
Will make you work.
not because they have money to waste, but because they see this picture.
Yeah.
That's the kind of people I look forward to working with, you know, from where I'm coming. Now that we are here.
Yeah.
Right. Now that we can negotiate without paying dues. Now that we can walk into it and say, I know, you know, that kind of conversation. I want to work with people that really want to work with me. And same way I wish for everybody.
All right.
You know.
And also as actors, I mean, I give myself this advice all the time. not to get to a place of comfort, because
Not to get bigger than what?
yes, where you just feel we can just show up on set, and it's one of those things. I consciously try to take every job like I did my very first time. I give myself that advice, and I'm just throwing that advice like out there. We have to always remind ourselves and snap back whenever we feel like we're being too comfortable, not reading the script till we get on set, just saying, "Oh, what's it about?" Let me yeah.
Thank you guys. It's been fun. I mean, some of you have known for close to a decade. Still here. Looking forward to more wins. Cheers to all of you. What I would say as my final words would be that I hope that one day we as actors, we can take initiative like some of our colleagues abroad and become executive producers. And that as we approach 40s, we don't diminish into daddy roles, that we stay active, proactive, and usher in this new Nollywood that is depending on our versatility and longevity to bring it about. I hope that we can also get to the niche where, for example, you are Transporter, I'm James Bond, you are the guy from Fast and Furious, and we have 9 installments, international success. That's what I wish for you all. Man. Cheers, man.
Last words. I wish us all the best, man. It's a tough industry we are in. And so may the force always be with us.
My final words I hope that we own this decade. Because a lot of us are coming into our prime, into the best part of, because we've worked, we've put in all these years, and now we've come into this place. And our country hasn't exactly encouraged us to take initiative.
Right.
But I hope that we learn that, we don't need permission to take ownership of our destinies of this decade. Let's own it. Let's own it. There's so many stories to tell, so many new dimensions to enter, so many new grounds to cover. And I hope that at the end of this decade we can sit down and, clink glasses to a job well done.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Absolutely.
Yep. The glasses are empty.
Whatever is up will always remain up, except you laughed. Thank you. Discipline and consistency will take you to the actualization of your dreams.
Do not take anything for granted. Make an emotional discovery as often as you can.
To be a great performer, you have to be in the moment. Listen, breathe, believe your lie until it becomes the absolute truth. And then learn to respond and not to react. With all of these, you are a great performer. One more thing. Always do your things, your own things, and catch your fun.
Good intentions alone are not enough. We only care about the Good Samaritan because he had money. Get some.